No one said we were perfect.
What's going on, everybody? It's Jamie and welcome to the channel Thiftonfire. Today we're going to share with you a few things that sold for me recently on eBay, Poshmark, and some other platforms. I'm also going to talk about and show you some stuff that I picked up recently. And I also wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. We're just around the corner here from New Year's, obviously, and hopefully we all have a great 2024 in our personal life and in our reselling businesses. So with all that being said, let's get into the video.
There will always be obstacles and last little remix. Beating my heart, pumping like a stereo. I need you on my side. Believe me, this is right. It's easy.
Pretty decent pair of silvers there, brand new with tags. I think they're Zach Relaxed Fit men's jeans. I can't remember the size at the exact second. Paid $8 as you just seen. I'll throw it up right now. I think about $60 is what I can expect to get. I think I have mine listed for $64 roughly on eBay and Poshmark. Looking for someone to make me an offer. Yeah, but I do think I'll get around $60 for those jeans, so pretty decent.
Buried deep in a heart of gold, a nice little remix. Beating my heart, pumping like a stereo.
So I'm going to show you my listed for this one. These are Cail mud trail shoes. You can see the bottom, they're like kind of spikes. I paid, $8 and change for them. I should get around $39, $40. I'll throw up my listing right now. I can't find a comp of the same one, same color, but basically that's what I'm expecting to get for them on either eBay or Poshmark. So I sold a vintage CCM jersey. I did show it just a couple weeks ago on the channel. It was that kind of mustard yellow Toronto Maple Leafs vintage 90s CCM jersey. It had a few little stains on it and spots, but it was really still in really nice condition. It was really hard to say exactly how much it was worth. I couldn't find a whole bunch of listed or a whole bunch sold of that exact jersey. I don't know that it's super rare or anything like that either. It's sort of like a practice jersey. But yeah, regardless, got $69 for that on Etsy. It was listed on eBay, Poshmark, Vinted, Depop. I had interest on all these platforms, but it just sold for full price on Etsy, so I'm pretty happy with that. I would pick these up again. I wouldn't pay a lot of money for them. I think I found this at Goodwill for like $8.49. So it only took a couple weeks to sell. We're still in hockey season. We're like just getting in the swing of hockey season, really. So not surprised that it would sell. It was a sale that was just after Christmas, I think. So it's kind of in that weird little void between, Christmas and before Christmas and then after Boxing Day. And then we're still going to wind up with some kind of like weird void time again, at least with shipping anyway. With New Year's, I don't know. Some people just put their stores into vacation mode and don't really deal with this time of the year or change your handling time. I've just kind of left mine alone and just made it work. But yeah, so that thing got out. It sold just before Christmas and I didn't get it out for like almost 5 days, but that had more to do with like the post office being closed and stuff like that. I don't think with the post office being closed, it didn't really affect too much for me personally, except for my Poshmark US stuff, which is cross-border with the United States Postal Service. That stuff's kind of a mess right now. I'm kind of getting, final notices to ship. That even though I have dropped them off already, it doesn't look like the tracking's not updating. So I'm a little worried about those, but for the most part, it's been good. Sold a pair of boots. Now these are a big pair of boots, size 16. Sometimes size matters with boots. You can get a little bit more money. These ones I got some pretty good money for. I think I got $64 for them. Just gave them a quick wipe down, got them listed. Like I said, I don't pay much for shoes. If it's at the Goodwill bins, it's a couple dollars. If it's at a thrift store, I'm trying to be under $10 for the most part, unless the shoes are going to be worth hundreds of dollars. But $64, not too bad at all, really. And I had these things listed for about a week. Right time of the year. We're kind of getting into the beginning of winter now. Even though outside here in Ontario, it's been like 10 Celsius roughly. It's been warm, very warm. Like I can get away with just wearing a sweater outside. Very nice. Yeah, but we're in the right time of the year to sell boots. If you have boots, get them listed. These ones sold pretty quick for good money. Now, Cail is a good brand. So, be on the lookout for that. Normally, a lot of times when you think Cail, I think a lot of people think these type of shoes right here. These are like the sandals with a rubber toe, but they make shoes, they make boots, they make all kinds of stuff. Definitely a good brand. If you see Cail out there, check comps on them. You might be surprised. If you don't know about Cail in general, I don't know if I have another pair close enough to show you, but the shoes, you know, usually for most of them, even the shoes, they kind of have that rubber toe look to them. That's sort of a dead giveaway when you see them. There are definitely companies out there who try to copy that, but usually when you see that, you can almost bet it's going to be Cail.
Love lies in imperfection, and buried deep in a heart of gold.
All right, so we have this Emmitt Smith jersey. Now you can see this one is not stitched, even though it is high quality and it's men's medium. Sometimes they'll be like listed as, you know, 54, 56, whatever the numbers happen to be. We'll just set this guy here for the time being. Yeah, so this one here, I don't know. I listed it, mine's listed, I think, at about $74. I see comps anywhere from $30 all the way up to $90. I'll show you one that I think is similar to this one. Maybe it's in better condition. I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell sometimes if the ones you're looking at are stitched. This one is definitely not stitched, but it is super nice. It is vintage for sure. Size medium, pretty happy with that. So 10 into 75, 74, even if I take a best offer closer to 65, I'm still happy with this find.
It's right, it's easy to say goodbye, but I want you, I need you, na na na, na na na, I want you, na na na.
Now this one I was surprised and maybe even a little disappointed. Like, this is a really cool vintage corduroy hat. It doesn't have, it's just got this little tag in it. It actually says Athletic Headwear Toronto, Ontario. So it's a Canadian hat. I don't know if this was like an employee's hat or what, but I love it. It's corduroy. And these old corduroy hats, some of the NFL ones, some of, what else did I find? Recently, did I just find like a hockey corduroy hat? I think I had a John Deere one like this before. And a lot of times they're worth like $50, $60, $70, $80. And I thought, Coca-Cola? I didn't even look it up. It's a hat for $2. So I'm not going to waste, you know, a few minutes looking this hat up. I know it's going to be worth more than $2. But when you look, there's some that have sold for like $9, $10, $13. You know, there's some nicer ones that sell for around $30 or maybe $40. I'll throw one up now that's similar to this one. Not exact. I think the one I was looking at has a little rope thing on it. I have mine listed in the $30 price range. Hopefully somebody on Etsy picks it up. People on Etsy will tend to pay a little bit more money for stuff like that. So yeah, really cool pickup. I think it's awesome personally. It wouldn't look really great on me. My head's too big to wear this particular hat. A lot of vintage hats don't really look that good on me, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it might have been one of the $80, you know, really cool hats just because Coca-Cola is so iconic. Corduroy hats are so collectible these days. So yeah, $30, a little disappointed in that, but really at the end of the day, turning 20 into 30, 35 bucks. Pretty happy with that. I really am not going to accept a best offer of $10 for this. So I'll just wait for the right person to come along. So I'm going to end the video just with a little bit of a rant. So I'm just going to talk about Etsy for a minute. So I had a return on Etsy and this is how it was handled. And it was a little bit frustrating. And I think I actually got myself in a little bit of hot water and I might have even got like banned short term. I didn't get an email saying it was or anything, but definitely my account went silent for about 3 days after this happened. So it makes me suspicious to think maybe I got in a little bit of trouble. So essentially somebody reached out, they bought a little cassette radio player for me. I'll throw it up on the screen now what it looks like. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like between $50 and $80. I'll throw it up on the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So they had said that the cassette player didn't work, and I knew it worked because I tested it. When I shipped it out, when I bought it, I tested it, and before I shipped it out, I tested the functionality again, and I made sure I threw in the power cord because I've sold things like that before and forgot to put the power cord in there and then had to reship that separately. So I did my due diligence to make sure this was going to be smooth. And what happened was they got it and they said, hey, the tape deck doesn't work. And I'm like, okay, can you just, I said, that's fine. We can, you know, you can return this. Let's just tell me exactly what's wrong with it. So when I get it back, you know, I can just verify that what you're saying is accurate. And they said, yeah, absolutely. How do I return? And I'm like, actually, like, my policy on Etsy is buyer pays return. I said, I will refund you the original cost of shipping and the original, which I don't think I have to do, but original cost of shipping and the original price of the machine, you know, no questions asked. Okay, so how do I do that? So I'm like, again, I'm not really sure because I don't buy really stuff in Etsy a lot. So I researched for this person who's trying to return something. So I'm trying to be a nice guy about this. So I send him a link to return policies for Etsy and say, hey, I hope this helps. Let me know. So a few hours later, I get case open. And I'm like, okay, so he's going to return it. That's awesome. And then I get an email from Etsy saying, case escalated, closed in buyer's favor, and they just went ahead and refunded the buyer everything, the shipping, the cost of the machine, and basically my credit card gets charged all that. So I think they gave me back $1.25 on my payout or $1.50 on my payout, but I don't get the machine back. So essentially, I was kind of mad and then went to Etsy and reported that I thought it was unfair, unjust, or I think there wasn't very many options. I might have even said that I feel like I'm being scammed by the buyer, even though I don't think that was the case. It was really Etsy that was at fault here, but there was no option for that. So I was just trying to get a conversation going so I could explain my side of the story. But no, it just closed out the case. And then they sent me, how do you think we handled this return? And that's really where I kind of let him have it. I gave him, not the buyer or anything like that, Etsy themselves, I gave them a 1 star on how they handled it. And I gave them a 1 star on basically how I thought, the return was handled and what could you do better? Well, in my opinion, this entire return was probably done automated. So the person opened it and then escalated it. And I think the system just looked at what was happening and what they were saying, or like the reason for the return, and just refunded them. So in my return, I said, it would be nice if an actual human being would read this, because you could see from the beginning that I was trying to work with this buyer and help them out. And you just refunded them. So now I'm out the money, I'm out the machine, and I honestly, truly believe that this machine worked when I sold it. So I don't know if you guys have had anything like that happen before. I'm not bitter about it anymore, even though it probably sounds like it. It's just frustrating in the moment, obviously. Like, I'm trying to work with somebody to get this thing back. I think it actually worked. I don't know if there's just an issue after it was shipped or whatever, but regardless, I didn't get it back. I had to refund the buyer 100%. Not very happy with that. So what's your goals going into 2024? My 2023 was really great, to be honest. I did really good on the reselling end. I'm pretty happy with all the numbers, and we can talk about that at the beginning of next year. Other than that, in May, I got to quit my job and become a full-time reseller, and do YouTube here as a part-time. YouTube's more of a hobby, but I really love doing it as well. And then here at the end of the year, we just talked about me buying the business with my wife. We bought a spa in Tillsonburg, Ontario. So it's been a big year, a crazy year. I didn't expect for all of this to happen. I was hoping that I was going to be able to leave my old job smoothly and transition into my new life, and a whole bunch of new things happen. So this year has been crazy in a good way. Very happy, very thankful. I'm thankful for you guys watching these videos too. So let me know what you're looking forward to in 2024, and until next time, guys, take care, stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.